Assalamu alaikum. I've been contemplating as I have been compelled to do this, but I had to take some time because, I was really lamenting. And it's because there's some terrible times going on out here. And now you seeing our people, the youth mainly, out here rioting, and they should not be. Stop rioting. Stop rioting. Black men, black women, get out of the streets and stop rioting. This is not your fight. Now, there's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion, but the rioting and the protesting and the marching, all of that, that's dead. Stop it. They are setting you up. And let me tell you something. What you seeing up in Minneapolis is fake, because there's not that many black people in Minnesota. The whole state. And I'm saying not many of us. Period. There are Africans up there and white folks and others. But it's not that many of us. The ones of us that's up there, mostly transplants from New Orleans during Katrina, people who just move up there, black people who move up there because of jobs or relationships or whatever. So I don't know if this guy, Floyd, was one of us, meaning that he was an American-born black or what. But nevertheless, it's not for us to be out here rioting. So stop it. We've been rioting forever. And in 1967, if you go back and track history, all it did was give them the right and the excuse to kill as many of us as they could, shooting them down in the streets. So stop it. Ferguson just passed not too long ago. Stop it. What is the rioting doing? Nothing. You're tearing up neighborhoods, whether it's yours or the others, and it's not helping you because it's making it inconvenient for your life. Listen, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is who you need to turn to. Listen to his videos on YouTube, his audios, and read the books and lectures that he left behind for guidance, for protection, and to know what path to be on. It's a terrible time. But we who have been connected and part of the Nation of Islam, we know what time it is. And we were told 50, 60 years ago, 40 years ago, to prepare. That means get you some extra food and water in your house for a rainy day, because the day of want was coming. And now we are in that time. You look around, you can't say anything, but we are in the end and the days of want, because you can't hardly find anything today. And most of you don't even have a job anymore to be able to afford to go out and buy something. So this is the best time for you to act a fool. And again, it's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion. It's nothing wrong with making it be known that you are tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired. I know how you feel. It hurts me to see young black men and women or older, any of us, being shot down in the street or killed by the police or killed by a private citizen or whatever in America. But you know what? Listen, when you walk in the path and walking through the valley of the shadow of death, what do you expect? And the only way you can walk that path and fear no evil is if you got Allah with you. And if you don't know Allah because you're not listening to his messenger, then you're putting yourself in harm's way today. Allah came, Allah for us. You mean to tell me everybody can have their own God or representation of God or a messenger to come and warn them but us? So we were just created or made, or we just came on the scene from nowhere, out of nowhere, just to be dogged and mistreated and misused forever? No. No, no. The messenger was raised amongst us by God to tell us that we have a way out if we choose. So for those like myself who are striving this best way you can in this evil society to be right, to have the right thinking, to live rightly, and to be righteous, because it's all about the right thinking, we know what time it is. The messenger said we don't even carry weapons. Why? Because don't you know, brothers and sisters, my young brothers and sisters especially, they got weapons that you have no idea about. They have devices and machinery that could kill hundreds of y'all at one time. So if you and me, if all of us pick up rifles and guns and stand toe to toe, be ready to go to war with this United States, they will kill all of you at one time. It's just going to be useless. Because if all of us had a gun or a rifle or two guns and a rifle, it would not be enough. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? It would not be enough if we all 40 million of us had a gun and a rifle and a grenade even. It would not be enough. So, with that said, you know, all this dysfunction that's going on today within the black community and the black family especially is by design. And it's never happened before. So, you know, all that you done read about and heard about, and people that been out here trying to interpret the Bible and the Quran and talk about the so-called prophecies that was to come. Well, we had one to interpretate to us, and that was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he got it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. He got it from Master Muhammad, Allah. And so he was giving us the right interpretation. He was giving us the right understanding of the prophecies. He was giving us the overview and the big picture of what was coming. And so now you got what's happening in Minnesota. And let me tell you, it's not a lot of black people in Minnesota. So a lot of this rioting and stuff going on in Minnesota is because of the Caucasians. It's probably some of their groups like the Anifa, is it Anifa? Anifa. It might even be the ones that go around doing the conspiracy big rallies that they have against corruption in America. The Occupy group. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's probably them, or it's probably some paid people. Because look, it's time. And these people are ready to set it off. And so let them. But we don't need to be in that. So that's what I came to say. Messenger Muhammad said we don't fight. We don't march, we don't protest, and we are not to get out here and call ourselves rioting. It happened in 1967, and it's happened many, many other times before since 1967. And all it is an excuse for them to kill you. So we don't need to riot. What we need to do is believe in ourselves. We believe the Jews was chosen by their God. We believe it. Buddha chooses the Asians, the Oriental. Everybody got their own God, and everybody had someone to come to them and share with them to follow their God, and they would be all right, except for us. So what is that to say? Do you just accept that we're nothing, that we just some accident on the planet, and that we have no savior, we have no messenger, we have no God? And if you are going to accept that, then you are already doomed and you're lost. And you have lost. But for those who are upset, outraged, tired, sick and tired of being tired, and want some relief, number one, you just don't know where to find it. But number two, If you don't know, then you need to listen to somebody and have faith. But this is the great thing. To believe in the impossible. That our God can do the impossible. Just like they teach you that their God can do anything. That their God of the Bible is the great omnipotent one. He got power of all things. But yet he didn't tell us about coronavirus. Yet he ain't told us about World War III, how it's brewing. This God of the Bible, and when you go to church or you go to these meetings you go to with any other faith, these preachers and teachers and people who get before you as motivational speakers, they're not giving you no conclusive understanding about what's going on today. They don't have no solutions. And so they don't even give you any alternative except for you're nothing. So we keep seeing them killing people who look like us on TV every day. Men and women. And so that is bound to make you feel like we just out of luck. But it's not true. Allah came to find one to raise in our midst, and he did, and that was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has been teaching and teaching. He was teaching when he was amongst us, and he's still teaching even though he's not here, because he left his literature, he left his videos, he left his audios. But we too silly, so caught up into this world, we don't want to take the time to read, to listen, and to look. And then every time a stupid Negro like us, almost like us, stands up before us, and they're usually light-skinned, like Farrakhan, we believe everything they say. Well, Farrakhan wasn't the one to listen to, and we know that, and I'm not getting ready to go through it, but I'm saying to you today, do not get out here rioting. You're only putting your life in your hands, and you're going to lose. They have machinery, weaponry that you know nothing about. But on top of that, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, it is not for us to have to riot. This is not our fight with this devil. Our fight is with one another. And what our fight is trying to get as many as we can to understand the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And not by corralling them in no buildings, talking about no temple meetings and all that, but by simply sharing this truth and letting them understand that this is the truth, and they need to follow it, and they need to really get into it and understand how Allah blessed us through the messenger to know the time and what must be done. So stop rioting. Brothers and sisters, young brothers and sisters, our young men and women of the future who gonna have the new generation of guys, stop it. Them people up in Minnesota, most of the people up in Minnesota are white or African. It's not that many of us born here from the ex-slaves in Minnesota. So why are you getting all hyped up about it? When they was killing us over here by the thousands, ain't one African cared. Ain't one Asian cared. Ain't one Mexican cared. So why do we keep on worrying about what happened to other people? You better do your background. Now, I'm not saying that brother probably wasn't one of us. I don't know. But I know where he was at. And he was with one of their people. He was with our Caucasian woman. His mindset wasn't on what we need to be about today. And it's sad that it happened to him. But you know, this is just not the day to be stepping in the wrong direction. Because when you do that, you give them the boundaries and the right to come upon you. And then whether you right or wrong, good or bad, their whole purpose, like Messenger Muhammad told us, is to kill you. Their whole plot and plan is to kill all of us. And like Messenger Muhammad said, if it wasn't for the God that we have on our side, truly, if they know about Master Farad Muhammad and his power and the power of our people that's with him and coming with him to do this good work for us and to do this good deed for us, which is to redeem as many of us as they possibly can. See, the Caucasians know, the white man of America knows Master Farad Muhammad is real. Because like the messenger said, if he ain't real, and if he wasn't real, they would have killed every one of us. Flat out. They would have killed every one of us. They could care less. They are known to go in villages and cities and towns and wipe out the whole darn daggone city or village of people. Look what they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right here on American soil. You better do your history. So don't think that they don't have it in them to kill every one of us. But why they don't, it's because of Master Farad Muhammad. Because he watching. Because they know better. And they know better because if they tried, he will destroy every one of them within a twinkling of an eye. Now, I guess you're saying, well, what's going on today? Every time, yeah, that's true. But you know what? You can't put yourself in harm's way and then blame God because he don't protect you, or blame God because he didn't bring, keep you from being hurt, or your family can't blame Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, because somebody got killed or whatever when you putting yourself in harm's way. Now, why am I saying, yeah, Allah can protect you if he want to, but if you're putting yourself in harm's way because you're not doing the right thing, you're not submitting, you're not trying to find the right path, and you're not trying to do the right thing, then, hey, he our father. He ain't no different from you being a father or a mother. If your child don't do what you tell them to do, you punish them. You put them in a corner. You take away their allowance. You might even give them a whooping. Well, that's what happens to us in a greater way, and on a better trajectory. And this is what's on a different level, because we're not them black people. Look, Messenger made it clear. Yes, we are the gods, and we are of the gods, and we are the black man and woman, the gods of the universe and of planet Earth. However, we are not them original black people anymore. The original black people, like Master Farad Muhammad and his people, the righteous that's with him, we're not on that level. So stop tripping. You want, I'm God. Do something. Do something then. If you God, why you didn't tell us about the coronavirus? If you the God, why you not stopping all this injustice out here? Well, you think picking up guns is going to do something? I kid you not. No, it's not. You're putting yourself in harm's way. That's why we don't deal with weaponry, because weaponry is not going to do it. Like I said, they got weapons and machinery and devices you don't have no idea about that will take out hundreds of y'all at one time. So who are you trying to fight, and with what? If every one of us was stupid enough to want to pick up guns and rifles and AKAs, it still wouldn't be enough to beat this white man. Allah said, leave that to him. Master Farad Muhammad told the messenger, leave them to me. You know the time, and get yourself ready. So what should you be doing? You should be preparing. First, you should be preparing your mind to be righteous and get on the right track. Secondly, you should be preparing physically. Every MGT knows, or should know, that this is a time of preparation. We was told 30, 40 years ago to make sure you have water and food in your home. Extra, because you never know what might happen. So that's what you need to be doing, preparing for the day of want, as the messenger said. Prepare for the day of want. And now a lot of y'all, it's going to be too late. Let's keep it real. A lot of y'all going to die. And that's why I wanted to do this earlier, but I just was crying. Because it's going to be sad to think that a lot of people that you know or have known in your life are going to be gone forever. Whole families wiped out. Bloodlines gone because of the lack of knowledge. So, the guns ain't going to do it. You need to listen to Messenger Muhammad over his audios and videos and read some of his books and get your life right and let go of this old man and strive to put on a new man and walk in the way, in the path of rightness. Righteousness is right thinking. So, with that said, it's sad to see, even what happened in Louisville, it's rioting going on all across this country. And the messenger said, when you see that, know it is the end. So, we know what time it is and what must be done. Those who faithfully strive as hard as they can to follow the guidance of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who will lead you to Allah and salvation. So all praise is due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. I thank him and praise him every day for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, our messenger, who was amongst us and with us to teach us, train us, and show us the right path. Stop rioting. You young brothers and sisters, stop rioting. This is not your task. Let Allah do it. What you should be somewhere is praying. And I don't mean on your damn knees either. Stand up somewhere, face the east, and say, Allah, help me. Help me. Guide me. And protect me. Each and every one of you need to do that. Ask Allah for help. So stop it. So let me give you some pointers. Number one, rioting is not going to do anything. Yeah, it's going to show you sick and tired and dissatisfied, but it's not going to bring about no positive change. All they're going to want to do is do what they have begun doing, and that's bring in the National Guard. So, you know, and a lot of people don't even know, but half the country been on a curfew for years anyway, and you don't even know it. You live in a city where children under the age of 17 has to be in the house before 11, and then after that, the 18-year-olds on to 21 can be out to about 2, and then after that, you know, you got to go on. You're supposed to be in the house, but unless you're at a gambling casino somewhere, or something like that, or an event. But you know, most cities are already under curfew. It's not being enforced like it could be, but it's there on the books. So, a point. Stop wanting to riot. Stop wanting to get out here and go to war with this white man. Not because you don't have the right, because you do. And surely we have that feeling in us and that hurt and that pain, which brings about anger, that you want to hurt somebody. And most of you are hurting yourself and hurting others. You know, killing your brother or your sister, that's wrong. Stop it. Stop trying to be out here fighting and warring, because it's not going to avail you much but destruction and pain, more pain. So stop rioting. Meditate and get you some grounds in yourself, your emotions. Get your emotions grounded and pray. Now, I'm not going to tell you to pray to anything and all gods are the same. I'm not going to tell you that lie, because it's a lie. that God that your grandparents and even some of y'all parents have told y'all about is fake. It's not real. So I'm going to give you the right guidance, and that is to turn to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And how you do that is you don't have to go to no temple and all that. You just simply listen to his audios and videos while you can. While you can. Because soon, all this is going to be gone. It's going to be gone. The internet and all that, it's going to be gone. So, while you can, listen to the messenger, his audios, his videos, all that you can find on the internet, and read his lectures, because that's all his books were a bunch of lectures that had been put together in book form. All right. It wasn't like the messenger sit down and said, I want you to start this book for me. We're going to make a book. Okay. Edit this book for me. No, these were his speeches he had already did. He had someone to edit them, proofread them, and put them in book form for you. For you today. If you anywhere 50 and under, it was for you today. Because some of us were blessed to be around when the message was here. And that veil of righteousness and truth and nationalism should have fell upon them. However, for you who have been born since he been gone, the only thing you could do is listen to him now. While you on them phones shooting fights, while you on them phones looking at nasty videos, while you on them phones looking at stupid stuff. You could be on the phones listening to Messenger Elijah Muhammad, watching him on the videos that we have, and then get the books or read them over the internet. They on the internet, just pull them up. That's what you need to be doing. That will put you in a place, a state of mind of calmness, because he is the comforter. The messenger was the comforter. He gave us the good news to keep us from getting out here and being crazy and feeling like we're hopeless and helpless and don't know where to go and don't know what to do and ain't got no help. But that's a lie. That's a lie. As I said earlier, he came to give us the good news from our God. Everybody else had a God. Let me say that again. Why can't we? Well, we did. We had a God. And he came in a way to show you that he knew both of the people on this planet. Because see, regardless of where, all these subdivisions of races like Mexicans and this and that and the other, it really ain't nothing but two kind of people on this planet. And that's either you black or you white. And either you come from black or you come from the white. So, and if you black, you don't come from the white. But now if you mixed and Miss Cecil or Haval or a half breed or all them other words that they call, you might, you very might well have come from them. But black don't come from white. But they can have what you call today all these different biracial and mixed and all that stuff. It's really crazy. But when you get down to the DNA, the true genetic, it's only black and white. So you're either from them or you're from the black. Stop writing. Get serious about the answers, which you will only get from the one and only last messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and all these fascist Negroes out here with all these different groups and what's that called? Egyptologists and all these God organizations out here. They don't have no solution for you, no answers. So why do you even waste your time? Because what you're looking for is justice. And none of them can give you justice. Only Allah can give you justice. That's why I'm saying no writing. Get to a place of calm. They say the country's opening back up. I don't think so. So while you have to be in your homes, don't argue, fight. Don't sit around acting like you don't have nothing. Stop using the phones for looking at stupid, naked, nasty stuff. Stop using them just to listen to videos and stupid music. Listen to Messenger Muhammad, his audios, his videos, and then read even the books online if you have to. While you can. Because soon this ain't going to be here, as I said. Listen to the guidance. Hear what the comforter has to say so you won't feel hopeless and helpless and out of luck. Okay? That's what you do. Get you some food, extra food in your house. Get you water in your home. Most cities in America, the water is not worthy to be drunk anyway. So get you some water. Even though it ain't worth nothing, you need water. So get some water in your houses. take this time to reflect on all the lies, how you've been misled, miseducated, and mistreated. And understand that, why are you going to be mad at somebody? That's how they are. So there's no sense in sitting around dwelling on that. What your frame of mind should be is, what can I do to come out on the better end? And if it was not for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, there would be no better end. But there is. And that's by turning around and being a good person. Stop the bull crap. Stop all the hurt and pain, because it was by design. There's nothing you could do about it. Stop all the hurt and the pain. Let all that go if you want to be living later. So things are getting ready to jump off. We'll be in World War III soon. And if a bomb dropped today in your city, where would you go to get something to eat? Would you have anything to survive for just the next 30 days? Think about that. But stop rioting. So let me give you some pointers. Number one, stop the rioting. Stop the madness, brothers and sisters. Young brothers and sisters, if you under 50, then listen to what I'm saying. We need to stop it. I wouldn't even try it anyway, because Messenger Muhammad said no marching, protesting, or begging or pleading is going to change anything. And rioting definitely isn't, because you riding in your own neighborhoods, or it may be somebody else's, but either or, it's just going to be a distraction, and it's going to hurt you more, because you need your stores, you need to be able to get around and stuff. But if you keep on acting up wherever you're at, and then they have your city surrounded by the National Guard, then you won't be able to do nothing. So, and then that's where starvation and a lot of other stuff come in. Anyway, stop the rioting. This is not your fight. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that this fight belongs to the Almighty God, Creator, Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, and He will deal with it. What you do is kill that old you and put on a new you. And the only way you can put on a new you is you go to the Comforter, who is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because that's when you will feel enough relief to even try to see a change in yourself. Number two, go into yourself. Get on this phone, get off the phones, your devices, your iPhones, your Samsung 10s, whatever they are, and stop listening to stupidity, all this stupid music, looking at fights, looking at naked girls looking at naked boys, or men, women, okay, I'm sorry. However, the point is, stop the madness on these internet. And if you're going to do anything on there, be productive for yourself and listen to Messenger Muhammad. Listen to everything he said, not nobody else. Listen to the messenger's videos. Listen to his audios and listen. And even pull up his literature on the internet. I've said this once. I'm telling you, this is not the second thing to do. This is the most important thing to do, is to find Elijah Muhammad on the internet while you can. Number one is stop riding. I said, because if you don't stop the madness, you're not going to have sense enough to know when righteous guidance is coming to you. But it's not the most important thing. Okay, number three, get some water in your homes. Number four, get you some food, extra food. If you buy $50 worth of food, buy $25 worth of food while you can. Because really, it's almost too late. Get you some supplies in your homes. Women, you're going to need sanitary napkins. You're going to need more than just food and water and clothing. You're going to need some sanitary napkins. You're going to need some baby wipes. And you're going to need some baby diapers if you have small children that are still, need to have diapers on. You're not even thinking. I know you're not thinking about this. You're not thinking about this. What, you gonna make some? You know, some of you Irie people or whatever, y'all gonna make some. Okay, whatever. Get you some diapers, sanitary products. You know what I'm talking about, sisters, as well as getting stuff that you can, you know, use to eat, sleep on. Hygiene is very important, all right, in the times of trouble. Number 6, know this, that Allah is near, and all the stuff you've been told about, and they leave it where you can believe it or not believe it. Allah is here. There are spacecrafts. There is a such thing as another parallel and another reality. And we've been living in a false reality for a long time. And I know that see, they used to put people in jail for saying they seen spacecrafts and aliens and things like that. But it's true. Some is fiction, though, because ain't no little gray men and ain't no little red men and green men. They black. They look just like us. It has been verified. But I don't need no white person to tell me nothing, no news to tell me. I know what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me. And he told us, he taught us that Allah was near and dear. And he was waiting for the exact time to make a move. And that move is now. Because see, everything happened in the process of time. So you might feel like, well, why didn't he do something yesterday or last week or last month or last year or last even century? Because it wasn't time yet. The Bible says that God comes after the works of Satan. And that means they had to go the whole gamut. And they didn't win as far as they can go. I mean, brothers and sisters, they don't have no new ideas. It's the same cycled ideas that they just making more scientific looking, like the real stuff, like they show you on TV, all the scientific effects and all that editing that they do on a movie to try to make it look really real, like it really can happen. You know, like Moses parting the Red Sea. No, never happened. Anyway, know this, that you have a way out. You don't understand, contact me, hit me up. If not, just go ahead on and listen to the messenger. You don't really need me. You listen to your Savior's mouthpiece. Master Muhammad created the messenger to be just what he was, his messenger. And he broke it down. He put it down to the Lord's term. You don't need nobody else trying to interpret it what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad interpreted to us. And that was for us to know that we are some special, beautiful people that the divine creator loves. And it's time. It's time for you to know this and turn from the stupidity you've been taught over the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years and know that you have a way out if you choose. And then know that, you know, this should be a happy time. It really, now I'm happy. I'm a happy person. I say I tried feeling sad today when I woke up because, you know, I started seeing all the things that was going on with my people. And I love my people, so it kind of made me lament. That's what we called it, lament. But then I get back to business. And business is doing my part in trying to help my people to wake up and turn to the right path so they'll have a chance to see a better day. Now, the sad thing about that is a lot of y'all gonna die. I'm just gonna be honest. A lot of y'all gonna die because you're not prepared. And a lot of you, it's gonna be hard for you to conceive in your minds what I'm saying about what the white man called alien. But they're not aliens. They're the creators, and they created this planet. And all cultures, understand what I'm saying, all cultures talk about from the ancient of days of their people that's original people, black, dark like us, that they always talked about how they said they was coming back. Well, they're back. And they see them all the time. NASA see them, the government see them, the NSA see them, the CIA see them, FBI sees them. They know that they're here. And they know that we are in terrible times, and it's getting ready to get worse. And you can take it or leave it or not. But many of you are going to die because of lack of knowledge, because you're not prepared, and because it's going to be too hard for you to conceive what I'm saying about how divine a people we are, but how divine life has been, period. That some of the things that you seen and comprehended from maybe TV or reading it or articles or whatever about the so-called, what's up in space is really true. That's hard for you to understand because you've been taught to believe that that's crazy. And if you believe it, you're crazy. Well, you know what? It's two things I would be today if I had to. I would be crazy because I would believe it. And then two, I would be so glad that I'm black today. It's going to be many of you who are going to be happy to know that you was black. And it's going to be many of you who going to wish the day you never thought about saying a negative thing about who you were, being a black person born from the ex-slaves in North America. You're going to be very, very sad about that soon. So get yourself together. No rioting. What the hell are you going to riot with? And after you riot, then how you going to eat? Where you going to sleep? Where you going to go to get some money to survive? Let's wake up. See, they always got us. They always got us in the past, but not no more. We're wiser than that today. So I love you. Take care wherever you are. Pray to Allah, the God Allah that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad introduced us to. Not no other. No other. I don't care what you want to call yourself. To this day, after this so-called coronavirus epic we just went through, tell me your God got any power. Tell me. Show me where he had any power. That go for the Hebrew Israelites. That go for the Egyptologists and their spirituality. That go for all that mess. That go for all these so different kind of sets of Islamic faith besides the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Wherefore, if it were not for those who were with Master Muhammad since 1930, black people in America wouldn't know nothing about Islam for real. But now everybody's so Salam alaikum and rahmatullah and no. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the God Allah, he told you about. That's the one that's taking care of business right now. That's the reason for everything that's going on, even with y'all silly ones being out there rioting. So you don't even know. Because everything is by the will and permission of the God. The Almighty God creator and the gods with him. See, he ain't alone. They know that. And they can't mess with the mothership or none of the planes with her. Now you can trust that and you can believe it or not. I really, that's not for me to be concerned about. I know what my position is, and it's out of love. I'm coming as your sister telling you, get yourself in line with Elijah Muhammad so he can open up your understanding, open up your heart to know who you are and who your God is so you can be saved. But remember what I said, it's really too late for a lot of people. It's going to be too late for a lot of people. And we see the recoup of all of this stuff that's happening. And it's not going to stop. Soon as one thing seems like it slow down, it's going to be another. Soon as that slow down, it's going to be another. It's just going to keep coming. America's in trouble, as well as the world, because of the mistreatment of the original people who came from the divine, almighty, great original people on this planet. And therefore, being in trouble, everybody is going to be getting little butt whooping. Really, it's going to be a killing for real. So, it's just your sister again, out of concern for my peoples, saying, take care, peace and blessings be upon you, and go and reacquaint yourself with the messenger of Allah. And if you don't know him, get yourself acquainted with him, okay? In the name of Allah, it will be for your best. Assalamu alaikum.